Official opening of the High Court in Polokwane in Limpopo province. For more on this, let us just once again cross to our reporter who's keeping tabs for us, Mike Maringa. Mike, it's a very good morning to you again.
Because I think they don't know him, yeah.
Welcome back to the Limpopo High Court. We're at Corner Bickard and Bodenstein. Off record, I was speaking to the CEO who indicated that they have spent around 900 million to construct this court. The initial amount was supposed to be around 540 million, but the excavation took the big chunk of the budget because he was saying to me that there was a very big rock underneath. But that is it's a story for another day. Let's talk about job opportunities that came with the construction of this court in Limpopo. I'm bringing now the executive mayor of Polokwane, Thembekadi. Good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Morning.
Let's talk about job opportunities that were brought about the construction of this high court in the city of Polokwane.
Well, yes, thank you very much. And it was an opportunity for the city that the city welcomed with both hands. Firstly, from the growth of the city itself. You know, such buildings are one of our ratepayers. So we benefit in no less than 100,000 a month from a building of this nature. But second to that, it was the unpacking of our local economic development program, which assisted us in terms of short-term job opportunities, which were no less than 200. But currently, the court in itself employs over almost 80 people on a day-to-day. That excludes your attorneys, that excludes the 8 sitting judges, with still a comprehension of the labor court and the land claims court, which will be coming and operating next year. So the court is still operating at a bit halfway. It's only dealing with civil and criminal matters currently, with the labor court and the land claims court coming to be sitting and operating here in Limpopo next year. So I think we're looking forward into taking almost that number of employment to half, with an extra half of what we currently are having. So we're looking at around 160 people who could be able to be employed on a day-to-day. And we know what is the quota of one person employed in an African store. It takes care of about 10 family members. So it has really come a long way for us.
Mayor, before I let you go, let us also talk about business opportunities, not necessarily inside the court, the court itself, in the periphery. People making extra cash out of this?
Of course. Look, we are sitting with the municipality with about 9 attorney applications for offices, for office space, for them to come and work closer and open their satellite branches. But the street that you have been talking to, Corner Bickard and Bodenstein, all the way down at Bodenstein is going to be a boulevard which is going to take care of all the business acumen growth for the city, your restaurants, your eateries, and the pedestrianization of the street to make sure that there's easy access, but there's also ample opportunity and space for business opportunity to grow. So we're looking at it in the next 36 months to be a very different look and feel of what you are currently seeing now in terms of the expansion of the street, which has already happened, into making it a 2-laner and 4 lanes ultimately. And then the pedestrianization program is starting from here, Bodenstein, Bickard, downwards to Bodenstein and Market, to make sure that business get those opportunities.
And talking of business opportunities, you've got a very nice structure, a 900 million worth of a structure. Any business ventures that we can see in the periphery next to where this court is? Any structures, investors that have shown interest in coming in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we're sitting with 8 applications now of attorneys who want to bring their national offices and have branches in Polokwane. And obviously, they must be closer to the court, which means the land that I have opposite, the land that I have next to the High Court is being contested already. But there's quite a number of the parcels that the municipality is looking forward just down in Bodenstein to make sure that this is a growth that is supported so that it creates the pocket of employment, but it also assists business to thrive. It also supports those who are working here to be able to do their work easily.
Lastly, Mayor, you must be relieved now that your people were flooding N1 almost on a daily basis to go to Pretoria to get the services of the High Court.
For sure. I mean, 8 sitting judges in Polokwane is not a small story. For me, it's a very great story. It's a great opportunity. But besides traveling, the long wait, if you were to register at Pretoria North High Court coming from Limpopo, it will take your case around 5 years before it could be heard. And that is why almost all cases from Limpopo were heard on emergency basis. But today, here we are with our good story to say you can register and you get into the role and your matter be dealt with urgently.
We leave it at that. That was Mayor of Polokwane, Thembing Kadimeng, indicating that the construction of this court, it came with a lot of it came with a lot of business opportunities. As I bring now the acting premier, Jerindo, he'll be coming closer to me now to talk about the provinces in general. Mr. Ndo, our acting premier, good morning and welcome to SABC. Your people are now at liberty to have their cases heard at home other than going to Pretoria. You must be relieved.
No, I think as Limpopo are quite excited about this development. It brings closer access to justice to our people who most of them had to travel long distances to Pretoria for them to access justice. But now that it's here on our doorstep, people of Limpopo must own it, must use it, must be able to utilize all the opportunities that comes with the High Court here.
And I was talking to the executive mayor now of Polokwane, talking about job opportunities. Surely, as the province, you're looking at that to see if you can't bring more people to come and invest in the province as general, because the High Court itself, it's a very good structure that will need business around it.
No, it is true. As a province, we're looking forward to the spin-offs which comes with the construction of such a division here, and that of course involves more people coming in to invest in particular in the Polokwane city, creating more jobs. We're looking forward. We hope that most of the advocates and attorneys will begin to come back to open chambers here. That also some investments, creating jobs, and making sure that our people are able to not only have access to the justice system, but also are able to have job opportunities that are created through the establishment of such centers here.
And as we are talking about service delivery, having this court here will also it's also a service delivery aspect. But let's look at the province. It's very vast and rural. Most people still don't know that we've got a high court here. Are we going to see any outreach programs just to alert people about the court services that has been operating since January this year?
Yes, I mean that process has been ongoing, and we're going to see how to intensify it. To inform our people about the opportunities that comes with the Limpopo division of the High Court. It is important that people, as we have said all along, through the Freedom Charter, through the RDP document, that people must have access to the justice system. It must be able to be closer to them. It must be able to speak their language. And to us it's important that it's here, and our people must be able to understand and know what services, what opportunities it provides, so that they're able to access it.
And let's talk about the maintenance of this structure. We have seen in most instances properties were vandalized, some were neglected immediately after opening. Is this building going to remain the way it is?
No, this building is our building. We're going to make sure it remains the way it is. It continues to be the icon in Polokwane. It continues to provide services in a decent environment that it is now. And as Public Works, I'm also MEC for Public Works. As Public Works, part of the focus will be on maintenance plan to ensure that these structures that are so valuable to our people are well maintained.
And let's talk about people who were flooding the N1 to Pretoria to open these cases. You'll understand and know that we have covered a lot of stories on the N1 where there were horrific accidents. I believe some of the people were those that were coming from such courts to get services. Surely this will alleviate a number of accidents that we have seen on our roads, fatalities that we have seen on our roads in the recent past.
No, that's very true. That's very true. It will reduce the traffic down to Gauteng. It will also make sure that accidents are reduced. people will be coming closer to where they live, so that they're able to register their cases. And this is important because it is not only about accidents, it's about costs. When you travel from here to Johannesburg or to Pretoria, firstly, you're driving a car, or you don't have a car, you have to hire a car. When you arrive in Pretoria, you must accommodate yourself. It's more costly. Now here you don't have to. You come here, you do your things, within a day you go back to where you live because it's nearer. And that's what to us is important.
And Tatendo, before I let you go, I know you've got quarterly programs as the province where you talk to people about service delivery and what the government of the province is doing. Will this form part of your programs going forward?
No, we actually go to communities every month, and this is going to feature prominently for the simple reason that the purpose will be to inform people about this particular High Court, what services it provides, how to access it, what opportunities it brings, so that our people understand that now they've got a place near on their doorstep that they can go and register cases and get information about the justice system.
Thank you, Letmus, and know that the acting premier of Limpopo. That's where we'll leave it for now. It's a goodbye from me and the crew from here in Bighard and Bighard and Bodenstein Street. We have had a lot of guests here, including the minister. We had the CEO of IDT. We had beneficiaries who benefited from this project. But unfortunately, because of time and the official program is going to start, it's goodbye from me, but the program will continue and it's back to you in the studio.